You ever have one of those moments where you come home from the trip of a lifetime, like Thailand level good, where the food is insane, the temples make you forget all your problems, and for 2 straight weeks you're just this happier, chill version of yourself, only to land back in reality so hard it knocks the wind out of you? That was me, stepping off the plane, thinking the worst thing I had to face was jet lag and maybe a passive-aggressive HOA note about my mailbox. Boy, was I wrong. I roll up in my Uber, mind already halfway in bed, and what do I see? Police lights right in my driveway. And not just parked, they're blocking the whole thing, like they're waiting for me. My heart's pounding, but I figure, hey, maybe there was a break-in or something. Then I spot a whole family on my porch. Dad, mom, 2 kids, looking like they just finished moving in. The woman's waving around a set of keys, my keys, and suddenly, this does not feel like my welcome home party. I walk up, dragging my suitcase, half expecting someone to yell, surprise. Instead, the cops swivel to glare at me, and the first thing out of their mouth is, "Sir, these homeowners said you tried to break in. ID, please." My brain does a backflip. I'm standing on my own porch, being asked for ID like I'm the intruder, and this woman is dangling my keys like a trophy. I fumble for my passport, hand shaking, still in travel mode, jet-lagged and confused. There's gotta be some mistake, I tell them. I've lived here for 6 years. I just got back from vacation. But then the dad on the porch pipes up, says they bought the place 2 weeks ago, moved in yesterday, have all the paperwork. It's like I got sucked into the Twilight Zone. I look past them into the window, and the punch lands. My furniture's gone. Every photo, every souvenir from all those trips, even my ratty old couch, it's all been replaced by someone else's life, still half in boxes. My gut sinks. Point one of the cops, the kind of woman who looks like she never misses arm day and doesn't blink, steps forward, hand near her holster. "Sir, you need to step back. These people have documents. If you don't comply, we'll have to detain you." My voice goes high and desperate. I start scrolling through my phone, mortgage statements, tax records, HOA emails, all of it. But you can see in their faces, they don't buy it. The new family's kids are hiding behind their mom, looking at me like I'm the villain. So here I am, in my own driveway, feeling like a criminal, and the best part? I have absolutely no clue how any of this even started. Everything was normal before my trip. Mortgage on autopay, mail on hold. Even my lawn guy knew I'd be gone. Only thing out of order was the usual headache from our HOA president, Karen Wilkinson, a name you don't forget. Trust me. Karen's basically the neighborhood warden. Picture a woman in her 50s, blonde bob you could set a watch by, always clutching a clipboard like it's a weapon. She's fined me for grass, for garbage, for mailbox color, yeah, charcoal gray instead of slate, apparently a federal crime in Pinehurst Estates, but none of that even registers, because right now, my house is gone, and the cops are treating me like a squatter. And then, because the universe likes to double down, Karen herself pulls up in her signature white SUV. She's got that look, you know the one, like she just spotted a stray dog on her manicured lawn. "Officers," she says, all fake concern, "I see our neighborhood intruder has returned." She informs everyone that I'd abandoned the property months ago, so the HOA had to step in and sell it. Says there's documentation, 6 months of unpaid fees, yada yada. Total fiction. I explode, tell her I've only been gone 2 weeks, but Karen just narrows her eyes and says the board followed all the rules, and if I have a problem, take it up with a lawyer. Next 2 days, I'm in a daze, living out of a hotel. Calling every attorney in town until I find Jessica Ramirez, no nonsense, sharp as a tack, the kind of lawyer who looks like she's waiting for someone to lie to her so she can eat them alive. She hears me out, and by the end she's furious. "This is fraud," she says, slamming her pen. "And we need to act fast." We start pulling records, bank statements proving I paid every HOA bill, airline tickets, emails from neighbors who saw me just before my trip. Jessica files a request at the county clerk's office for every document tied to my property. And what we find? A horror show. Someone filed paperwork saying I'd abandoned the house, owed $15,000 in fines, and the HOA had to foreclose. There were forged letters, fake inspection reports, even a made-up notice of public auction. The signatures all look suspiciously similar, Karen's usual touch. apparently. The deeper we dig, the uglier it gets. Jessica cross-checks other recent sales, and surprise, two more owners lost their homes while away. One was stationed overseas, another was caring for a sick parent. It's a pattern. Karen's targeting people who can't fight back, flipping houses, and raking in commissions through her sister-in-law's realty firm. The twist? We find an email, a smoking gun, where Karen literally tells her sister-in-law to keep an eye out when I paused my mail and booked airport rides. With that, Jessica goes to the DA. At first, they brush it off as a civil matter classic. But Jessica brings receipts, fraud, forgery, a conspiracy stretching across the HOA and the real estate crew. It's organized crime, suburban edition. And when we go to the local news, things go nuclear. The reporter eats it up. Does this whole segment on suburban corruption, Karen's face plastered everywhere, clipboard and all? The fallout? My phone blows up. Neighbors who never said two words to me before are suddenly my best friends, swapping stories about Karen's power trips. Then a former treasurer comes forward with records. Turns out, Karen's been siphoning money from the HOA for years, treating the community fund like her own ATM. The police finally get off the fence, raid the HOA office and Karen's house, find folders full of travel schedules, financials, lists of vulnerable homeowners, straight-up villain lair stuff. The poor family who'd bought my house is wrecked, but thankfully, the court moves fast. The sale's reversed, the insurance pays them back, and I'm allowed to move home, even though half my stuff's gone, sold off by the time I get back. The real showstopper? Karen gets arrested in the middle of an HOA meeting, neighbors all filming, the cops cutting her off mid-lie, reading her rights while her clipboard clatters to the floor. Gone is the smug smile, replaced by the face of someone who just lost everything in front of an audience. She screams that she was protecting property values, like that's gonna fly when the charges start rolling in. Fraud, forgery, grand theft, conspiracy, money laundering, the prosecutor lists them off like it's a shopping receipt. She's facing 25 years, $1 million in fines. Her big moment? Breaking down in the courtroom, mascara everywhere, when the judge denies bail. The woman who ran our neighborhood like a dictator, now in an orange jumpsuit, sobbing as she's led away. Can't say anyone clapped, but you could feel the collective sigh of relief from half the block. You'd think that would be the end, right? Me, keys back in hand, Karen behind bars, order restored. But the crazy part is, folks are still arguing about it. Some people say Karen was just too dedicated. Others say she's the devil in a bob wig. For me, I'm just glad to have my home back, even if it's missing a few memories. So, what do you think? Was justice really served here? Or is this just another round of HOA drama with a bigger price tag? Ever seen anything this wild in your own neighborhood? Drop your thoughts below, because if there's one thing this whole mess taught me, it's that you never really know what's going on behind those perfect suburban doors.